Hi, Possum Patty from Pennsylvania here, working on my hashtag 30 pages, 30 days sketchy challenge. The challenge from day 23 was about being a copycat. Go to a museum or look at a book with your favorite artist's work and copy it to learn some appreciation about their process. And this just happened to coincide with me getting a DVD from the library, Loving Vincent. This was the movie that they had over 100 artists do oil paintings which they animated. It's a wonderful movie. I loved watching it. And one scene from the movie was when they were interviewing Dr. Sktchy. Next to him on the table was this little jar of blue delphiniums. And that kind of caught my eye during the movie, so I printed out a copy of that, and I'm going to try to copy this. Of course, this isn't his original painting. I think his original painting looked more like this. This was the painting from the movie. So I'm going to use both of these. I like this arrangement with the orange and the green, but I like some of the shapes of these flowers. So I'm going to look at both of these as a reference. So original Van Gogh, again, this is part of a larger painting of Dr. Sktchy, and a copy of his painting that they used in the movie. So it's a copy of a Van Gogh. I put some acrylic paint on a paper plate. This is a variety of different paints. I have some little Blick samples. I have some Grumbacher Academy, which is the cheaper ones, a Liquitex Heavy Body, and some Winsor Newton. Studying this picture by Van Gogh, the first thing that I noticed was it was blue flowers in front of a blue background and green leaves in front of a green jar. And I didn't even think about that at first, but that's got to be kind of hard to paint because the flowers aren't really going to stand out that much. And then I picked out a light and a medium and a dark blue. And I'll be putting several layers on the background to try to achieve those lines and that movement that's on the background. The table looks a little bright, but I'll be darkening that up as I go along. The books are bright yellow, but I'll be making that a little darker also. I like his paintings because you can see the brush strokes. In some of the old masters, they used such thin layers of paint, and they had a technique where you didn't see the brush strokes. Everything kind of blended together. Van Gogh's style was definitely to see the paint, see the brush strokes. I think it gives the picture more movement, and I really like that. So I'll be struggling for a little while trying to get that feeling in the painting with the different blues and the lines going in different directions. So I've darkened up the table, the orange table a little bit, and also the yellow books, and now I'm working on the green jar. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a little hard to do the green leaf in front of the green jar, so that'll take me a while working with lights and darks to get the effect that I like. At this point, I noticed the heavy black line around almost everything in the picture, and so I had to get out some darker paint. I got out some black, some Mars black, and I'll be using that to do those lines around the books and the jar, and even the flowers have darker lines around them. I had to make the blue really light so it would stand out against the blue background. And those flowers will go through a few transformations. I lighten them up, and then I give them black outlines, and then I give them some more color. Take me a little while to get to a point that I like. I also added a little pink because I noticed in one of his paintings there was a little pink on the flowers. So I'm working on those black lines on the books that were on the table. I mixed some of the orange with the black to get that brownish color to use on the books. And I've started to put the black lines around the flowers and the leaves and the flower buds. I wind up doing that a few times because I added more colors to the flowers, and then I went back and had to redo some of the black lines. As you see over on the right hand side, I'm mixing some of the light blue with the yellow and the darker green to get that green color that's on the orange table. That part was fun to do. Adding a little lighter green to the leaves so they'll stand out some more. Adding a thicker, blacker line around the jar. Now I'm mixing some of the pink in with the light blue. Add some pink touches to those flowers. I wanted them to stand out a little bit, have a little different color than the background. I'll be putting some more blue on them as I go along though. There, a touch of blue, and then I'll have to go back and put some white, then I'll go back and put some black. Just play with them for a little while. This painting was pretty fun to do. It didn't take too much time because it was in the journal. It wasn't a very large painting. But I enjoyed the process. Putting some more black around the leaf and the flowers. Now I decided to call it finished. The total process was about an hour. I'm just taking my black glaze pen and just making a little thin black border around the picture. This was fun. I decided to glue down the other image on the other page, but it was done with plain printer paper and it kind of wrinkled a bit when I glued it down. And I'm just noting what it is. Hashtag 30 pages, 30 days. This is page 25, March 25. And the challenge was to be a copycat. And the image was taken from the movie Loving Vincent. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.